This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. And now let's check in and see if CHARLEY-K1GZL is on frequency to bring us up to date on the latest 40-meter band propagation. Charlie's QTH is up north in northern New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy?
Yes, Jim, I sure do. You're running a little over S9 direct there, and it's a very cold day up here. The high today and at present is 18 above, and it's mostly sunny with scattered stratocumulus clouds, and we had a low of 7 below zero. We've had 137 inches of snow for the season, with 24 to 30 inches on the level ground. It varies a bit from place to place due to the amount of wind. However, we may be in for a warm spike around Sunday with a high possibly mid to upper 40s. Then Monday afternoon through Tuesday, it may snow and be enough to plow. I was working this morning, of course, on the 4th of March, 2022. Captain Mike, he was flying from Sacramento, California to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And at one point he had a temperature of minus 61 degrees Celsius, or that's the equivalent of about 70 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. And also at times, it was a tailwind. He was peaking, he was crossing the ground at 600 miles per hour in a Boeing 767 jet. And here is, this is K1GZL, here is Captain Mike this morning.
Well, good morning. KX4 Whiskey Charlie. Yeah, good. All is well, Charlie. We got a nice head start this morning. Left about over an hour early. So we're just got out of Nebraska and just entering into Iowa. We're about 30 miles north of Omaha at the moment at 370, and about 980 miles to go. So estimating Philadelphia here at about 1:15 in the afternoon there. So it's a record day here. I don't know if we've ever left this early, but right now we have about an 83 knot tailwind. We have showing a ground speed about 540 knots, so moving along pretty well. Temperature up here today is minus 57 here at our present location. But yeah, great copy, and I guess you'll be on tonight. No, I guess today's Friday, so you won't be on this evening. Any word from Bob? Did you hear Bob from Jacksonville? I guess maybe I don't know if you got a hold of him over the phone or not, but just wondering when he was going to start his drive back to Clarksville. K1GZL, KX4 Whiskey Charlie. Now, right over, pretty much right in the center of Iowa at the present moment. And a little cooler up here, Charlie. We just dropped down to about minus 60. But anyway, great copy on both of you. I'm sorry that, Charlie, you're not hearing Craig, but he's certainly hearing you quite well. K1GZL, KX4 Whiskey Charlie. KX4 Whiskey Charlie, presently 43 miles west of Cedar Rapids at 390. And we are showing a 90-knot tailwind, about 540 knots across the ground, so 828 from Philadelphia. And Charlie, we're estimating Philly at 1810, which would be about 1:10 your time there, Charlie. And the temperature is minus 61 Celsius. K1GZL, KX4 Whiskey Charlie. Okay, short guys. Yeah, I was trying to reach you at 10 after there, Charlie, but I couldn't find you on the frequency there. But there you are. You're a 5-9 plus. Great copy on you there. And we're sitting on the ramp here facing north, number size 40 meters, Philadelphia. So good to hear you in there, Charlie. I'll listen out here for a moment and see if I can pick up Craig.
Okay, there you are. From extreme eastern Nebraska and getting into Iowa. And now, I mean, at that point, he was sitting on the ramp at the Philadelphia airport after arriving. KC9VKV. I didn't mean to make it quite that long. K1GZL.
Roger, Charlie. And I'm just curious, in VHF and UHF, mobiles have a condition that's called picket fencing. It's when the signal is kind of marginal, and you hear this kind of ch-ch-ch-ch on the signal as they're talking, and we call that picket fencing. I'm just wondering if you ever get any picket fencing out of that jet at doing 600 miles an hour.
Picket fencing out of that jet at doing 600 miles an hour.
Not really. I do get some noise occasionally. I do get some noise occasionally there, Jim, but I can't remember exactly that picketing sound. But on 20 meters, the last part of that on the ground, of course, was on 40 meters. But the earlier part, most of it was on 20. But for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, I've had a terrible line noise, especially when it's dry. However, they've cleared up most of it, but there are occasional days that noise comes back on 20. But for the last 3 or 4 days, I haven't had it. But as far as the picketing noise goes, I can't exactly say what it has, but you get various noises that show up, Jim, and it's hard to describe exactly what those noises are. Well, look, I won't hold it too long. I'll turn it back to you, and hopefully we'll be on next Friday. KC9VKV, K1GZL. You sound great here. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Charlie, and thanks for opening up our show. Always a pleasure there, and my thanks to Captain Mike as well. So 73 up that way, and stay warm. I always feel so guilty when you tell me about your weather conditions up there, and it's 20 degrees below zero. I just say, well, I'm glad you're there and I'm here, so there you go. 73, Charlie. This is KC9VKV. Just a reminder, my name is Jim, better known in some circles as Dr. VKV, and we're recording now live till 5, so if you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout. We'll post this recording up on YouTube in the next couple of days, so when you go to YouTube, just do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, and that will take you to our YouTube Qso-Vlog page, where we're currently featuring over 2,000 Qso-Vlog AIRCHECK recordings. This recording will be cut number 1 of that series. Regardless of what it says, what YouTube says, sometimes they don't update our list quite as often as they should, but our list is kind of extensive with over 2,000 recordings, so I guess I understand that. But anyway, this will be cut number 1 of that series. And we're get underway here now. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Now, if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.